Greetings, loved ones, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 24. When you're watching this, I guess it'll be on actual Christmas, so Merry Christmas to you. I'm currently just enjoying a nice Christmas morning, probably, or maybe afternoon when you're seeing this, who knows. But I'm pre-recording videos so that I can just have a fun time in Virginia, just decompressing, you know, hanging the hell out, because I don't like missing Vlogmas uploads because it's kind of just the challenge of Vlogmas to do 25 straight videos, so I wanted to pre-record this for you instead of doing a follow me around vlog. That all being said, I'm going to be doing a comfy, cozy tea time chat with you by the fire today, and Finley built this fire for us and I'm very grateful. I have my mushroom mug from World Market, but the little steeper is from David's Tea. It's unrelated to the mug. I just put it in there because I made a nice herbal tea of like chamomile and skullcap and lemon balm and rose, and what else was in here? A little cramp bark because I'm on my period, but I only put in like a pinch of cramp bark because it's so bitter and potent, and like it really eases the cramps, but it really like tastes pretty bad, and you don't want to like enjoy a nice just fat cup of it like I wouldn't personally. But this has been steeping for a while and I was keeping the lid on to keep in all of the volatile oils. So now I'm gonna do the big strain and then we can get into our chats. Because honestly, brothers, we got a lot to catch up on, okay? First being, well, I have to tell you how the tea tastes, but it's gonna be a little hot, so give me a sec. Ooh, that's good. Very subtle cramp bark this time. I kind of overdid it in the past and I was scared to use it for a really long time, but no, this is really good. This is totally gonna ease my cramps. Just help me ease into the night. I got some chamomile in there to let me wind down just nicely, sleep well and soundly, the whole 9 yards. And I have skullcap because it's a powerful anti-anxiety and I love it. Anyways, folks, I had a lot of ideas for what I wanted to pre-film for Vlogmas Day 24 because I was just like, oh, I could do like a Christmas cocktail making special where I like make a bunch of drinks and then I drink all of them or try them for you on camera. Or I could do like a sew drunk holiday special, but like I don't have anything to sew right now. Like I've mended all of our clothes. And so I was like, maybe I could like make costumes or like antlers or hats for the dogs or something. And a lot of you on Twitch were helping me like brainstorm ideas and stuff, and I put a bunch of them into my phone. Like maybe one year they'll happen, you know, but this year was not that year. I mean, yesterday you guys did get a baking special, which was really fucking fun because I love gingerbread cookies and I've never made them from scratch before. Note to self, like definitely don't cook them for as long as the recipe calls for if you enjoy a soft cookie, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, I already did like a baking special, and so then I was like, I guess I could do like a couples Q&A on our road trip with Finley and then just like edit and upload it for this day. But then also I was like, I have to send out all of our Christmas cards and like write all of the Christmas card addresses and stuff when we're in the car because we haven't sent any of them out and it is currently the night of the 18th of December. So things have just been a little bit hectic. We literally had a party last night as well, like a small little gathering with friends, and you guys saw that in Vlogmas Day 17. And so also the aspect of like filming a so drunk or something was just kind of off the table because I didn't want to drink. I was like, I don't want to do that. And I only do the so high content for my Patreon because, you know, I don't like to do it on here. And so all of those things were just like, no, no, no. And then I was like, fuck, well now I don't know what to film for this day because I don't want to put in like a lot of like heavy editing into it. I just want it to be like a chill, you know, no homework before, no planning kind of a vibe. And tonight I streamed on Twitch right before my holiday break that I'm going to be taking for like 3 weeks. And one of my mods, Mira, was like, what if you just did like a tea time with Meg? And I was like, okay, that's an iconic idea. So here we are doing that, just catching up, enjoying a nice mug. And I was gonna say a mug of mud, but this is not my regular cup of mud. This is a cup of herbs right here, a mug of herbs, if you will. But yeah, man, my back is getting really warm from this fire as well, and then my insides are gonna get really warm from this, so things are going well. I'm also sitting in a dog bed right now, if you guys are wondering. And Finley is sitting right next to me over there, just off camera, playing his game with his new headphones I gave him for Christmas. But I didn't actually show you guys any of the other stuff that I gave Finley for Christmas, but I did explain what I was giving in my Twitch stream that I did tonight. So I'll just link that VOD down below because all of my streams get saved. So then if you're curious, you could just check it the heck out and see what I got people. It was a pretty quick stream. It was like under an hour. That's good compared to what I normally do. Sometimes we can go for as long as 4 or 5 hours. Sometimes it gets pretty deranged on the old twitch.tv/Meghan Hughes. Anyways, guys, I actually filmed a very similar video to this as a pre-film video to go up on my holiday break as well on my Patreon, but I was doing a sesh and hanging out and just enjoying that sweet CBD. And so if you like the vibe of this video, you know, go check it out on the old Patreon. But this all being said, I just feel like this time of year is so fucking busy. I mean, obviously for so many people, but then also for me, it's like we're doing the Vlogmas, we're doing regular Christmas. I'm trying to like maintain a social life, like still attend my workout classes on top of getting save the dates to send out for the wedding and the Christmas cards as well, and trying to find a house sitter and all of these things for when we're out of town. But that all aside, those stressors, if you will, it's all gonna be worth it when I just fucking vibe out on a nice long vacation and also have the accomplishment of Vlogmas under my belt, you know? I've just been musing about that a lot this year because I'm like, wow, I've really been doing Vlogmas for like 9 years. Like, that's insane. Next year will be my 10th year because I am planning on obviously doing 10 years. I mean, like, why would I stop short? Feel free to comment down below any extravagant Vlogmas ideas that you have for year 10. I'm already planning for next year, apparently. Can't even stay in the present moment 1 second. No, I'm just kidding. But speaking of the present moment, let's actually leave it and go back to the past. Because, well, normally I do like a year in review kind of with my lessons learned videos on my birthday. But honestly, I just kind of wanted to like have tea time tonight and just like sit in front of a fire, decompress, talk about like the year of 2021 because I feel like it went by so fucking fast, and like it was a really honestly a hard year for me, like mentally, which I kind of talked about in Vlogmas day. I don't even know what the day was. It was sometime when I had therapy, but I was talking in bed afterwards just being like, I feel like I've gone through like a lot of like emotional things this year, like inner work, you know what I mean? Off camera, just feeling it all out, experiencing things, working through them in therapy, alone, with my partner, with my family, whatever. And I just really feel like a lot of people have had that same situation this year of just like, wow, a lot has been coming up and like shifting, because like after a year like 2020, you're like making all of these reflections, you're like spending so much time inside and with your loved ones as well. And then the next year it's like, okay, you have to kind of like readjust to like the regular world in 2021, but also at the same time, like you're still spending a lot of time at home, still doing a lot of self-reflection, but like, I don't know, most of us are kind of making more time for social obligations as well. And I feel like finding that balance between like feeling it all and then like, okay, we're gonna stop feeling right now and we're gonna like go do things, because also that's important too. It's so funny because I was actually just listening to a podcast the other day about this with Glennon Doyle when she was on Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, and they were kind of talking about just as people who have a lot of feelings, like, you know, you can feel all those feelings and really talk it into oblivion, like really just unpack to the fullest extent. And like, I'm the type of person to do that, especially in like conflict or like when things come up in my life. Like I will absolutely trace it back to like, where did this start, and like do that for a while. But then also you have to recognize, and this is what they were saying in the podcast, is like, you need to recognize when it's time to like move on, you know, from doing that work and be like, okay, like I think I've completed this and I've like kind of talked it into the ground and I feel at peace with this and I'm ready to move on. So that's what I've been working on in therapy, ladies. But really, I don't know. I just feel like mentally there was just like so many things this year that, you know, when you have like something happen to you in your life and you're like, yeah, I made peace with that. And then you move on, like I was just saying, but then it comes back up and you're like, wow, I really thought that I worked through this, but here it is again. We're just constantly learning lessons over and over again. And I know that I'll continue to do that for the rest of my life. You know, it's all a pattern, it's all a cycle, baby. I get it. But it's just such a funny reminder whenever things come back up, because you're like, have you actually worked through this, or did you just kind of push it under the rug or forget about it? Yeah, or did you just ignore it? Because here it is again. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of that, while also, you know, it's been the wedding planning year. So we really went full force into wedding planning like after we got our vaccines, and after the second dose, you know, that was probably end of May when we got our second doses, and then we just started to do full planning after that in like June. And I found my wedding dress back home in Georgia, which you guys saw, and our families got to meet for the first time in Virginia, which was really amazing, and I'm so happy that that happened. Finally, we've been together for almost 5 years, and they just met this past summer. Insane. Speaking of 5 years, Finley and I's 5-year anniversary is on January 1st of 2022. It's gonna be iconic, and I'm so excited. We're probably gonna like rent a little cutie hotel room or something like that. So I'm excited for that. Anyways, wedding planning has been honestly a lot. I'm sure anybody in your life who's planning a wedding is like, oh, it's so stressful or whatever, you know? I don't necessarily feel stressed out right now with the wedding. I just feel like there's always one more thing to do, you know? Like, oh, gotta follow up on that email, or like, oh, who haven't we like paid yet to secure that? Or, oh, what else do we need to find? Like, need to find hair and makeup, blah, blah, blah. Need to find accessories, jewelry, whatever, you know? And order things for my ring bearer and my flower girls and all that kind of stuff. So there's always something with that. So that's just, that ball has been rolling since June, and now it's December, and then our wedding is June 4th of 2022. And so we still have like 6 months out to the date. Or well, 5, but I feel good about things. But that's been happening this year too, and it's just been a whirlwind. And then on top of that, we also were trying to launch a small business, which we're also pushing to 2022, because it was just taking up so much time, honestly, on top of all of the things that I was already doing. So then after that, Finley and I, you know, a couple weeks ago, we were like, do we want to like rush launch by the end of this year? And we were both like, no. I don't want to do that with the rest of my time this year. Like, just try to like push out a project that means so much to both of us, that we've been working on for so long. Literally, like, the first time that I came up with this idea was like summer of 2019, I'm pretty sure, and have been working on it since then, and just trying to like perfect how to launch everything and get the right photos and the right boxes and the right labels and website and all of those things. So that's been a huge part of this year as well. And then honestly, it kind of went on the back burner for like the end of this year, because we also started traveling more, which I'll get to. So we also went to Vermont this year, which we've been wanting to go and visit there for a really long time, and we went during fall, which you guys saw, or maybe you didn't, so if you missed that video, go and check the heck out. We spent like a week in Vermont driving around the state in a little rental car and just checking out all the towns that we would potentially want to move to. And then leaving that trip, we made the decision, yes, we do want to move to Vermont. But then we had the idea of like, do we rush move like by Christmas and like go and move into Finley's parents' guest house and then do our Christmas road trip where we like fully move to Virginia and then live there temporarily while we're looking for houses in Vermont, because Virginia and Vermont are like a 10-hour drive away from each other. Probably less than that, actually, now that I think about it. I think it's like 7.5. Anyways, that was an option on the table as well. But honestly, December as a month for myself, imagine moving on top of all of this. Like, girl, I just couldn't. That was just my main thing. Was I was like, I just can't. So much has been happening throughout this month, especially on Vlogmas Day 8, if y'all remember. That was a lot to go through, and then also, yeah, like I said, all of the other various things in this video as well, you know, like life goes on. And my work never stops, because my work is my life is my work. So then that's also a factor of things where it's like, ooh, do we like put everything on hold and like not do Vlogmas this year and then like move to Virginia and then figure it all out? And I was just like, girl, like I don't want to do that. Like, so that was a whole factor too. That was a whole convo to go through. But we ended up not doing that, obviously, because we're still here in Oregon. And then we were like, I think it just makes the most sense to like move after the wedding, just because we have so much leading up to that. Not to mention our, you know, bachelorette trip that we're gonna have in like spring-ish. We haven't booked anything or secured anything like that, but we're just kind of like rummaging around with like a spring break kind of timeline in our heads. So like that would happen. And then also I want to have a bridal shower at home in Georgia, and so then that would happen too. And it's like, maybe like we should just not try to like pack everything in, you know, for this short amount of time, and just think about like post-wedding, like decompressing, like what do we want to do after that once all of these projects are, you know, launched, things are finished, wedding planning has been there, done that, because we've already had the wedding, shit like that, you know. This year has just been a lot to juggle for me mentally, honestly. And then yeah, on top of that, with just like the old inner work and constant reminders of life and infinite lessons. Literally. So I don't know, I just feel like 2021 has been just like not only stressful but also just like mentally taxing for me personally. And looking back, I'm kind of like, wow, like so much happened this year, and I feel like it went by so fast, and I feel like I need to be more present for all of the things, because it's just so easy to just like let all of the things pile up and pass you by. You know what I mean? And I'm just looking forward to being more present in 2022. I think that's like my only resolution. But also at the same time in 2021, we made new friends, new connections, formed stronger bonds with people in our life who we had known from like the end of last year. And I'm just like so fucking happy about that. I mean, I was kind of getting emotional about it at our like holiday party that we had with friends. I don't know, like I just really feel like these relationships are like what I've been manifesting in Oregon since like 2018. And it just feels very full circle to like be full belly laughing, like cackling with my friends until like 6 o'clock in the morning, and just like being deranged and like playing Just Dance drunk and just like enjoying ourselves, and having their partners be friends with my partner and me be friends with their partner, just everything, you know. We're just like one big happy family, and I love it so much. And so that's been a really good part of this year too, is like just having better connections and friends. And like this summer was so much fucking fun with them, just like lake days and just like silly willy moments. And I'm just so grateful to have the friends that we do here. And it's gonna be really sad when we do move to Vermont to like say goodbye to them. And obviously that's gonna be like something that is gonna be bittersweet for sure, and like one of the #1 things that I'll miss most about Oregon. Also our neighbors, I mean shit, our neighbors, you know how much I love them. So that's going to be hard to leave too. But also I'm excited for like the new chapter of my life as a married woman. I just feel like it's going to be a new era, new energy, and I'm really excited to unlock that version of myself, you know? We're already halfway there. But really though, I don't know, I just feel like things happen so quickly, and especially like if you've been watching me for a really long time, I'm sure you've like grown up and seen what I do over the years, and like how my life has changed drastically since when I first started making videos when I was 15. And it all just feels like, you know, my life takes a lot of turns and twists and all the things, and I'm just grateful that you're here for the journey and to be, you know, sitting by my fire with me, drinking some tea and catching the hell up. Because yeah, like I said, life comes at you quick, brother, and that's like my full theme of this video. But at the same time, I don't know, I think that I just want to be constantly documenting these things for you, because I just feel like as a person whose life changes so fucking quick, like I love to go back and look at all these memories, like LA era, Georgia era, Oregon era, and then of course all the new eras to come. Married in Vermont, living our best lives, thriving. I can't wait for it. But also can't forget about this present moment, brother. I'm happy to be here with you right now. I literally just finished almost entirely packing up my life for the next like 3 weeks when we'll be on this road trip, because we're road tripping home to Virginia and Georgia for the holidays, and then we won't be back until like mid-January. So that's when you'll start seeing some more uploads from me probably. But I am gonna take a big fat breaky poo, and I'm really excited about that post Vlogmas break, brother. I forgot about my tea. I've been talking so much. I'm gonna do the big chug again. Also, oh my God, can't wait to see my parents and my dogs back home. Tika, it's been so long. And by so long, I mean literally the last time I saw her was September, so. It could have been a year. Normally I only see her like once a year. I'm so excited for holiday travels. Christmas is like the best time of the whole year. And really last night with our friends at our holiday party, I was just like, why is this like the best energy ever of life? Like, this is what we deserve all the time. It's like all of this love and affection and joy and cuddles and cozy fire times and just all of the things, because like, I just fucking love this time of year. And while it does come with a cup full of stressors, it also comes with a cup full of love. And that's what we're sipping on tonight, okay? I just feel like I've been talking a lot about all of the things that have been happening in my life. And you know, sometimes it can like sound like stress, but also at the same time, like I really do want you to know how fucking grateful I am to live the life that I do. Cheers to that, buddy. And also how grateful I am to be able to like afford to take a break from my work, because not many people can do that, and I feel very privileged to be able to do that. Anyways, man, I just really wanted to catch up with you guys and just sip my tea, tell you about this year. And I would really say that my highest points of this year have been like the connections and friends that I've made, and being able to like share all of my high points and low points with you, whether it's in a vlog or, you know, me just giving you snippets of a trip I went on or whatever. And I really am just so grateful to have done another year of Vlogmas with you guys and just be able to share all of these aspects of my life. And thank you for listening and holding space for me and rooting for me from the other side. I fucking love you. Merry Christmas. And I'll see you tomorrow for the last episode of Vlogmas 20.